Okay, let's go again. Try and get the rating up to 2250 if possible. That might take quite a few wins. 2211. Oh dear, what a nickname. That's a bit off-putting, it shouldn't be allowed. So, try the old King's engine. C6 and B5 down against this. This is Makagonov. Any abbreviation. I think it's designed against D5. Okay, try and get a bit of a provocation. Too much provocation, just lost a pawn. Okay. F5 now. Pawn down but with F4. Can't be too bad. G5. H5, G4. It's all positional stuff. But I'm a pawn down, I had to do something. H5, G4. Try and win D4 pawn. I've got something for the lost pawn here. What is it I've got? A little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure here. Okay, D4 could be a good exchange for H5. So bishop D4, unfortunately it's the G4 square. Oh, that could be handy. There's knight E5 there. I think I should probably go for it anyway. Bishop F4 is rook F4 protecting that anyway, so bishop H5, knight E5. And I don't know, this looks a bit loose actually. What about Queen G7? We'll try and get an F3 at some point. Try and get Queen G7. Queen H7. Or is Bishop G4? I think Queen G7, trying to keep pieces kind of in touch with each other. There's Knight D3 as well, hitting F2. There's no rook infiltration at the moment. There's no Bishop F2, is there? Okay, so Bishop F5 fell up. Threaten Bishop D3, I hope. The pieces look nice in the centre. So Knight D3, Queen E7, Bishop F2. Knight D3, Rook F1, Knight B2. Maybe? Knight D3 looks... There's Bishop D3, does that win the Queen? And there's Queen D1. So Knight D3, I'll go for Knight D3. Nice knight on D3. I like the Sparf Octopus Knight game. Knight on D3. If I can get Rook on E8 without losing it. Oh. Okay, I can get Rook now. Okay, Queen F3 though. There's the other Knight to E5. Or there's Knight B2, there's Queen C1. Is that right? Is this really the case? I can't blow away him tactically. Knight takes F2, Rook F2. Knight B2, Queen C1. There's nothing there, is there? Is there? This knight's in pre. Just Bishop takes C3. This knight is in pre. Bishop F5. Rook F5. I'd be protecting D3. That's nice, just to win a piece. It always helps. Okay, just protect the Knight E5. Knight E5 next, Knight F3, Knight E5. Bring the other knight to the centre. Protects G6, there's G4 of Queen H5. F3 here looks pretty good for Knight F4. Maybe Rook F3 and Knight F4. Nice little exchange sack, just F3 looks Like total disaster. Queen moves. Looks better to have the knights. Maybe I'll go for the knights. So knight f4. Bring both knights to the attack. Surely I can't regret this, can I? Play knight f3. Get a lot for exchange sack. There's no attacking move here. It's Queen h8. There's no knight. There's no Queen e6. Queen f3. Queen h4. King g. King g1. Do I have to play that? My pieces are hanging. Okay. Something like Queen d3 stops them from being hanging. Knight d3 is also possible. There's Queen e6. Knight d3. Because that will support Queen e5. I'll go for Knight d3. Hopefully the checks are not too harmful. So Queen e5 threatens Queen h2. Have I made a mess of this? Yet. 1.5 minutes. Can't hang around too much in this position without finding a knockout blow. So Queen h8 is worth considering. King g7 if Queen e6. There's no Queen e5. There's Queen e7. Rook f7. There's Queen g5. On that, Queen and Knight will mate on h2. So Queen h8. Queen e5. I don't want to exchange of queens. Rook d1. Queen h8. Queen e6. Rook f7. There's Queen g6 there. King f8. Queen d6. King. Yeah, does he run out checks? Basically, Queen h8. Is that a good move? This retreat. I'll have to go for it, I think. Although I shouldn't have had a position where I'm forced to do odd stuff. Oh. Oh. I've just fluffed it up. He's got Queen g6 now. Oh, I've just fluffed up the position. He's going to just take my poor knight. Okay, so mess. Terrible. Try and get the rook to h5. What a crushing position to mess up. Trying to avoid getting back around mated anyway. Can I get my king up to f4? Oh, threaten rook f2. Okay. Rook f2 might be handy. If I get knight f3. Oh, why did I do that? Why not just... Oh, king c7. Still knight f3 is potentially dangerous here for rook h2 mate. Get my king in. Right, gonna get a time advantage of 1 second out of all this. If he has to sack the exchange back. I get the king over. King to g3. What about king f2? All this mating. That's the most ridiculous crushing position I've had for ages. I thought, okay, f3. What a terrible waste of position. Total waste of position. Complete waste of position. This position starts to look tricky. It's the nature of 5-minute chess just to do that. So I managed to try and win it again. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much. I blame his nickname. His or her nickname.